What if what you already call dead is something God hasn't finished with? What if the place you call a graveyard is actually a construction site for an army? Think about that very deeply. In Ezekiel 37, God takes Ezekiel into a valley filled with dry bones. No hope, no explanation for their recovery, all dry bones. And God asks his prophet Ezekiel a very simple question: Son of man, can these bones live? Now, if you were standing in that valley situation, what would you say? Now, Ezekiel didn't answer based on an evidence that was available to him. He said, "Oh God, thou knowest." See, that is where faith begins. God is not limited by what you see. You can walk into a graveyard and see an army. Now, hidden in Ezekiel 37 are 4 powerful principles I want to quickly share with you. 4 powerful principles that can turn death into destiny. Number 1, speak. Every resurrection begins with a word. God didn't tell Ezekiel to study the bones. He didn't tell him to study the valley. He told him to speak to them. O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. You know, Jesus said in Mark 11:23, whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea. I want you to notice the language. Say to the mountain, be thou removed. He didn't say to discuss your mountain. He said to speak to it. So here is the principle. Stop talking about your dry bones. Stop talking about your dry valley experience and start talking to them. Fear reports the condition. Faith declares the promise. Number 2, shake. After the word came the shaking. You see, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together. Before there was life, there was noise. Before there was restoration, there was rearrangement. When God starts moving things, a door closes and a relationship shifts. But don't panic. Some disruptions are not actually destructions. They are divine repositioning. The rattling isn't the resurrection, but it is evidence that resurrection has started. Number 3, breathe. The bones came together. Flesh came, skin covered them, but there was still no life. Why? Because structure is not the same as spirit. You can have talent without presence. You can have organization without the anointing. You can have success without God's breath. Okay, so God's breath without the anointing is a beautifully arranged emptiness. Ezekiel had to call for the wind. Come from the 4 winds, O breath, and breathe upon this slain, that they may live. You see, it is the spirit that giveth life. Number 4, rise. Then the breath entered them, and they stood. I like this. And they stood, an exceeding great army. Now look at the transformation. At the beginning, dry bones. At the end, a great army. At the beginning, a graveyard. At the end, a battlefield. You see, don't make a permanent identity out of a temporary valley experience. Valleys are classrooms. They are not permanent addresses. Your valley is not your address. It is your passage. Passage from death to life. Passage from death to destiny. So if you are in a valley right now and you are asking, can this ever live again? Is there any hope at all for me? God is not limited by the condition of your valley. Don't call it finished when God is still speaking. Don't call it dead when God is still breathing. One moment, one word, when it comes from Jesus, dead things live again.